Anthony lives alone in his house. You know, he's retired.
I had everything set up here at home. I had a very good PCA. I had my sister and husband looking out for me. It was where I had my little cat.
He was stricken by this terrible problem with his knee.
I remember I was having more and more trouble with it, and I finally went to a doctor, and they said they had to operate on it. I came home after the operation, and I was coming out of the shower to in here, and I went down.
He fell and injured a knee that had already been damaged, and then was sent to a rehab facility.
It just was from there downhill with the things that he had to go through.
I had to go to a nursing home at that time, help you get back on your feet.
It had been determined that he's not safe to return home. And then basically the pandemic hit and he was frozen in that facility.
I told him I didn't want to stay here. I want to go home, where I was more happy at and where my friends were close by to come and see me. This particular nursing home, they wanted to keep me there. It got so bad. Oh my goodness. Just to get something done. I said, you have to tell the doctor that the pain is just too much. I'd be calling them, practically begging them to, give me somebody.
He was on another program before he went into the hospital called Alternative Care, was able to pay for his mortgage. And if he was hospitalized for a certain amount of time and can't return home, they close their file and he's, basically removed from this program. He had to get on medical assistance long-term care to pay for the facility. He couldn't maintain his mortgage with that, so he's racking up bills. And because of the pandemic, everything basically shut down. Anthony had no way to get home.
I was just frustrated, mad, but I didn't have the money to go out and get a lawyer. I got in contact with Legal Aid. I got Gordon Solo. He said, I think I can do something for you. And I felt a whole lot better after that conversation.
Our office got involved to make sure that he got the physical therapy he needed that would enable him to get back on alternative care. But then, during that appeal process, the Department of Human Services said, no, you can't go back on alternative care if you've been on medical assistance. So, another twist in this case. That was what we litigated. Incidentally, the county agreed with us, and the judge ruled in our favor.
When I got the phone call from Gordy, I couldn't believe it. And then it started sinking in. Oh my goodness. I was like a little rooster, I had this big chest.
He really did a lot of very hard work to get to that point. Very determined to improve himself enough physically so that they would assess he could go home.
I felt so good. I went home eating good meals, watching TV because I wanted to go into bed when I wanted to. It was just a blessing.
He needed the help. He needed our advocacy, and it made a big difference in his life.
Talk about Legal Aid coming to your defense and to your help and all of that, and a bag of chips. I tell you, it is so very important to support the work of Legal Aid. They help out so many people. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'd be.